1954 Los Angeles. A mansion in Toluca Lake. Evening. Guests arrive. Photographers wait outside. Flash bulbs ready. Something important is about to be announced. Inside, the party is already underway. Champagne, laughter, Hollywood's elite mingling. But 4 people in that room are not celebrating. They're performing, acting their greatest roles. Audrey Hepburn stands beside Mel Ferrer, her hand in his, smiling for the cameras, about to announce their engagement, about to tell the world they're getting married. Across the room, William Holden watches. His wife Art is beside him. He's smiling too, raising his glass, playing the gracious host, the happy friend, the supportive colleague. But inside, he's dying, because the woman he loves is announcing she's marrying another man, in his house, at his party, while he watches. This isn't a celebration. It's a tragedy, orchestrated by Paramount Studios, a calculated move to protect their investment, their stars, their scandal. Because Audrey and William have been having an affair, a passionate, desperate, all-consuming affair, on the set of Sabrina, under everyone's noses. And the press is starting to notice, so the studio intervened. Told Audrey, "Announce your engagement to Mel Ferrer. Publicly, immediately. We don't care how you feel. We don't care who you love. This is business." And the location they chose for this announcement? William Holden's house. The cruelest twist. The ultimate power move. This is the story of the most awkward party in Hollywood history. The night Audrey Hepburn announced her engagement to one man, while the man she actually loved stood watching. The night a studio destroyed a love affair to protect their bottom line. The night that broke William Holden's heart and set him on a path of destruction that would end 27 years later in a lonely apartment, drunk and alone. Early 1954. Paramount Studios, the set of Sabrina, a romantic comedy directed by Billy Wilder. The cast, Humphrey Bogart, William Holden, and the new sensation, Audrey Hepburn. Audrey is 24 years old, fresh off her Oscar win for Roman Holiday. Beautiful, elegant, vulnerable. She's dating James Hansen, a British industrialist. They're even engaged. Wedding dress fitted, date set. But she's having doubts. James wants her to quit acting, be a society wife. She's not ready for that. She wants to work, build her career, be independent. William Holden is 36 years old. Handsome, charming, one of Hollywood's biggest stars, married to actress Artis Ankerson for 13 years. 3 children, settled, stable, or so it seems. But the marriage is cold, passionless. They're staying together for the children, for appearances, for convenience, not for love. The first day on set, Audrey and William meet. Chemistry is immediate, undeniable, not just for the cameras, off camera too. Between takes, they talk about life, dreams, disappointments. He tells her about his marriage, the emptiness, the loneliness. She tells him about James, the pressure, the doubt. They understand each other. 2 people trapped in situations they don't want. 2 people looking for escape. The attraction grows, physical, emotional, intense. They try to fight it, try to stay professional, but it's impossible. One night, after filming, they have dinner. Just the 2 of them. The conversation flows. Hours pass. The restaurant is closing. They're the last ones there. William walks Audrey to her car. She looks at him. He looks at her. And they both know this is happening, whether they want it to or not. They start meeting in secret. His dressing room, her hotel, late nights after filming, stolen moments between scenes. The affair is passionate, desperate, all-consuming. Everyone on set knows. The crew, the cast. Even Bogart, who doesn't like Audrey, knows. But they're discreet. Hollywood understands these things. As long as it stays quiet, stays private, it's nobody's business. For Audrey, William is everything James isn't. Exciting, understanding, supportive of her career. He doesn't want to change her. He loves her exactly as she is. For William, Audrey is life itself. She makes him feel young, hopeful, alive. For the first time in years, he's happy. They talk about the future, carefully, tentatively. William says he'll leave Artis, divorce her, be with Audrey properly. Not just an affair, a real relationship. Audrey breaks off her engagement to James, calls him, tells him she can't marry him. She's in love with someone else. James is devastated, but she's certain this is right. William is right. The Sabrina shoot continues. Audrey and William are inseparable, in love, making plans, dreaming of a future together. But there's a problem. A secret William hasn't told her. Something that will destroy everything. 3 months into filming, Audrey and William are deeply in love. Talking about marriage, about life together, about everything. One night, Audrey brings up children. She wants them. Desperately. It's her greatest dream, to be a mother, have a family. She's told William this before. He always smiled, nodded, changed the subject. But tonight, she pushes. William, when we're married, I want children. At least 3, maybe 4. A big family. William's face changes. The smile fades. He looks away. What's wrong? Audrey asks. Silence, long, heavy, terrible. William? He takes a deep breath, looks at her. His eyes are full of pain, regret, guilt. I can't have children, not anymore. Audrey doesn't understand. What do you mean? I had a vasectomy years ago. After my 3rd child, Artis and I decided we were done having kids. So I had the procedure. I'm sterile. I can't father children. The words hang in the air, heavy, final, devastating. Audrey stares at him, processing, understanding. You're sterile. Yes. You can't have children. No. Why didn't you tell me? I didn't think it mattered. I didn't think we'd get this serious. Didn't think it mattered? William, I've told you 100 times how much I want children. How important it is to me. And you never thought to mention you can't give me that? I'm sorry. I should have told you. I was afraid you'd leave me if you knew. Audrey stands up, walks to the window, stares out at the Los Angeles night. Her mind is racing. Her heart is breaking. She loves William, truly, deeply. But children are everything. Her greatest dream, her future. How can she give that up? Audrey, William says softly, we can adopt. Plenty of couples adopt. We can have a family that way. She shakes her head. It's not the same. Why not? A child is a child. Adopted or biological, what's the difference? The difference is I want to experience pregnancy. I want to feel a baby growing inside me. I want to give birth. I want that connection, that bond. Adoption is wonderful, but it's not what I want for my first child. William is quiet. What can he say? She's right. Adoption isn't the same, not for her, not for what she dreams of. I'm sorry, he says finally. I'm so sorry. Audrey turns to face him, tears in her eyes. So am I. That night, the affair effectively ends. They don't break up officially, not yet. But the spark is gone. The future they imagined is impossible. They both know it. Filming continues. They're professional, polite. But the intimacy is gone. The stolen moments stop. The dreams are over. Audrey is heartbroken. She loves William, but she loves the idea of motherhood more. She can't sacrifice that. Won't sacrifice that. Not even for him. William is destroyed. He knows he's lost her, lost the best thing that ever happened to him. And it's his own fault. His own decision years ago. A vasectomy to please a wife he doesn't love anymore. Now costing him the woman he does love. For weeks, they drift. Neither willing to officially end it, neither willing to continue. Just existing in limbo. Then Paramount Studios finds out about the affair, and everything changes. Late spring 1954. Sabrina filming is nearly complete. The studio executives are thrilled. The dailies look great. Audrey is luminous. Holden is charming. This film will be a hit. But then they hear rumors, whispers. Audrey Hepburn and William Holden, an affair. On set, everyone knows. The executives panic. This is a disaster. Holden is married, 3 kids, family man image. If this gets out, it'll destroy him. Destroy Audrey too. The wholesome ingenue having an affair with a married man? Career suicide. And Sabrina hasn't even been released yet. If the scandal breaks before the film opens, it could tank the box office. Millions of dollars lost. They call a meeting. Audrey's agent, William's agent, studio lawyers, publicists, crisis management. The decision is made. End this. Immediately, publicly, definitively. They approach William first. Tell him, stop seeing Audrey, go back to your wife. Be a family man. The affair is over. William agrees, reluctantly. But agrees. He knows the affair is already dying. The vasectomy killed it. This is just making it official. Then they approach Audrey. Tell her, you need to get engaged. Publicly, soon. To someone appropriate. Someone unmarried. Someone who will make you look respectable. Audrey is confused. Engaged? To who? Mel Ferrer. Mel Ferrer, actor, 12 years older. They've been friends for a year, met at a party in 1953. He's been pursuing her, interested in her. She likes him, but she's not in love with him. I'm not marrying Mel, Audrey says. We're not asking you to marry him. We're asking you to get engaged to him. Announce it publicly. Show the world you're in a committed relationship. That ends the Holden rumors. I don't love Mel. If you want more untold stories like this, don't forget to subscribe and leave a like. Your support means everything to us. That doesn't matter. This is business. Your career is at stake. Holden's career is at stake. The film's success is at stake. You announce your engagement to Mel Ferrer, or we drop you from future projects. It's a threat. Clear, direct. Audrey is under contract. She has to comply, or her career is over. She agrees. What choice does she have? She's 24 years old, a new star. She can't fight the studio. Not yet, not alone. They schedule the announcement, a party, at William Holden's house. Audrey is horrified. His house? Why his house? Because it sends a message. If Holden is hosting the party where you announce your engagement to another man, it proves there's nothing between you. No affair, just friends, colleagues. That's cruel. That's Hollywood. William is told about the plan, about the party at his house. He's given no choice either. Host the party, smile for cameras, play the supportive friend, or face consequences. He agrees. What else can he do? Invitations are sent. Press is notified. Photographers are arranged. Everything is orchestrated, controlled, managed. The date is set. The location, William Holden's mansion in Toluca Lake. Audrey will announce her engagement to Mel Ferrer at the house of the man she actually loves, while he watches, with his wife beside him. The most spectacularly awkward party in Hollywood history is about to happen. The night arrives. Audrey gets ready at her hotel, stares at herself in the mirror. She looks beautiful, elegant, perfectly dressed, perfectly composed. Inside, she's screaming. Mel picks her up, drives her to Holden's house. She's quiet during the ride. He tries to make conversation. She barely responds. "Are you okay?" he asks. "I'm fine." "You don't seem fine." "I said I'm fine." They arrive. The house is lit up. Cars line the street. Photographers wait outside. As they pull up, flashbulbs explode. Audrey and Mel step out. She takes his arm, smiles, walks inside. The house is full. Hollywood elite, studio executives, cast and crew from Sabrina. Everyone who matters. Everyone who needs to see this. And in the middle of the room, William Holden, playing host, smiling, greeting guests. His wife Artis beside him, beautiful, oblivious, smiling too. Audrey sees William. Their eyes meet. For a moment, time stops. Everything else fades. It's just them, the two of them, remembering everything they were, everything they'll never be. Then Artis walks over. "Audrey, so wonderful to see you. Bill said you might have an announcement tonight?" Audrey forces a smile. "Yes, actually we do." Mel squeezes her hand. She looks at him. He nods. Time to perform. Audrey raises her voice, loud enough for everyone to hear. "Can I have everyone's attention, please?" The room quiets. All eyes turn to her. Cameras ready, pens poised over notepads. Audrey takes a breath. "Mel and I have some news to share. We're engaged. We're getting married." Applause, cheers, congratulations. Everyone rushes over, hugging, kissing cheeks, shaking hands. Through the crowd, Audrey sees William, still standing in the same spot, not moving, not smiling, just staring at her. His face is carefully neutral, but his eyes tell the truth. He's broken, destroyed. Watching the woman he loves announce she's marrying another man, in his house, at his party. Artis doesn't notice. She's hugging Audrey, thrilled. "This is wonderful news. Bill, isn't this wonderful?" William walks over, slowly, deliberately, extends his hand to Mel. "Congratulations." Then he turns to Audrey, looks at her for a long moment, then leans in, kisses her cheek, whispers in her ear, "I hope he makes you happy." It's sincere, genuine. Despite everything, he wants her to be happy, even if it's not with him. Audrey's eyes fill with tears. She blinks them back. "Thank you, William." He steps back, returns to Ardis's side, puts his arm around his wife, the picture of a happily married man. A supportive friend. Nothing more. The party continues. Drinks flow, music plays, people celebrate. But 4 people in that room are not celebrating. Audrey is thinking, "I just announced my engagement to a man I don't love, while the man I do love watched." William is thinking, "I just watched the love of my life commit to another man in my house, while my wife stood beside me, clueless." Mel is thinking, "She doesn't love me. She's doing this for show. I'm a prop, a solution to a problem." Ardis is thinking, "What a lovely party. What wonderful news. What a beautiful night." Photographers take pictures. Audrey and Mel, smiling, holding hands, the happy couple. In one photo, you can see William in the background, pouring a drink. His face is turned away, but if you look closely, you can see his hands shaking. The party lasts for hours. Audrey plays her role perfectly, gracious, happy, in love. No one suspects the truth, except everyone who matters knows the truth. The executives, the agents, the publicists. This isn't a celebration, it's a cover-up, a performance, a sacrifice. Near the end of the night, William stands on his balcony, alone, looking out at Los Angeles, lights twinkling, city alive. But he feels dead inside. Audrey finds him there, stands beside him. They don't speak, just stand together. One last moment, one last goodbye. "I'm sorry," Audrey whispers. "So am I." Then she walks away, back to the party, back to Mel, back to her future. William stays on the balcony, pulls out a cigarette, lights it. His hand is still shaking. Inside, the party is ending. Guests leaving, photographers getting last shots, studio executives satisfied. Mission accomplished. The affair is over. The scandal is contained. Sabrina will be a hit. Everyone wins, except Audrey and William. They've lost everything. September 1954. 3 months after the party, Audrey and Mel get married. Switzerland. Small ceremony, private. She's trying to make it work, trying to love him. But the ghost of William haunts her. William buries himself in work, films back to back, drinks more, smiles less. Ardis notices but doesn't push. She's used to his moods. Sabrina is released. It's a massive hit. Critics love it. Audiences love it. Audrey is nominated for another Oscar. William's performance is praised. On screen, their chemistry is electric. Off screen, they don't speak. The years pass. Audrey tries to have children, miscarries twice. The grief is unbearable. She thinks, if I'd stayed with William, we could have adopted. Maybe that would have been enough. But she didn't. And now she's trapped in a marriage that feels like a consolation prize. 1960, After 4 more miscarriages, Audrey finally has a child. Sean, a son, the baby who survives. She loves him desperately. But part of her will always wonder, what if William had been his father? What if things had been different? William's drinking gets worse, heavier, constant. He's drunk on sets, drunk at home, drunk everywhere. Artis finally leaves him in 1963. Takes the children. He doesn't fight it. 1962. Audrey and William reunite for one more film. Paris When It Sizzles. They haven't seen each other in 8 years. The first day on set, they're polite, professional. But the pain is still there. Raw, unhealed. A crew member later describes William during that shoot. He looked like a condemned man walking his last mile. He's still in love with her. After 8 years, after her marriage, after his divorce, after everything. Still in love. But Audrey has moved on. Or at least she's trying to. She's friendly, kind, but distant. The intimacy is gone. The connection is broken. William drinks even more during that film. Arrives late, forgets lines, stumbles through scenes. Audrey is patient with him, gentle. But she can't save him. She tried once in 1954. She failed then too. The film wraps. They say goodbye for the last time. William watches her drive away, thinks, that's it. That's the end. I'll never see her again. He's right. Through the 1960s and 1970s, William continues working. But he's a shadow of his former self. The charm is gone. The charisma is faded. The drinking has taken its toll. Friends try to help. Stage interventions get him into treatment. Nothing works. He doesn't want to stop drinking, doesn't want to stop hurting. The pain is all he has left of Audrey. November 1981. William Holden is 63 years old, living alone in his Santa Monica apartment, drinking a bottle of vodka a day, isolated, depressed. Done. One night, drunk, he trips, falls, hits his head on a bedside table. The impact is severe. He's bleeding, badly, but he's too drunk to realize how bad it is. Too drunk to call for help, he just lies there, on the floor, bleeding. Days pass. No one checks on him. No one calls. He's alone. November 16th, 1981. 4 days after the fall, William's body is discovered. He bled to death on his apartment floor, alone, drunk, forgotten. The autopsy reveals, if he'd called for help, he would have survived. The injury wasn't fatal, but the alcohol impaired his judgment, and the isolation meant no one was there to save him. When Audrey hears the news, she's devastated. Breaks down crying. Robert Wolders, her partner, holds her. She tells him everything. The affair, the party, the vasectomy, the forced engagement. All of it. It was my fault, she sobs. I broke his heart. I destroyed him. Robert shakes his head. You didn't destroy him. The studio destroyed both of you. You were just trying to survive. But Audrey doesn't believe that. She carries the guilt, wonders, if she'd made different choices, could William have had a different life? A happier life? A longer life? She'll never know. 1954. A party. William Holden's house. Audrey Hepburn announces her engagement. To Mel Ferrer, not to William, not to the man she loves. The studio orchestrated it, forced it, used their power to protect their investment, their scandal, their bottom line. William watches, smiles, plays the gracious host. Inside, he's dying. That party was the beginning of the end, for William, for Audrey, for both of them. 27 years later, William is dead, drunk, alone, bled out on his apartment floor. The drinking started long before Audrey, but it got worse after her. Much worse after the party, after watching her choose someone else, after losing his chance at happiness. Audrey lives another 12 years after William's death, marries Mel, then divorces him in 1968, marries Andrea Dottie, divorces him in 1982, finally finds happiness with Robert Wolders. But she never forgets William, never stops feeling guilty. She wonders, what if they'd fought the studio? What if she'd said no to the forced engagement? What if they'd gone public with their affair? Scandal be damned. Would William still be alive? Would they have found a way? Could love have been enough? She'll never know. That's the tragedy. Not just that they couldn't be together, but that the choice was taken from them. The studio decided, orchestrated, controlled, and two lives were fundamentally altered. One party, one announcement, one night, and 27 years of consequences. William Holden loved Audrey Hepburn for the rest of his life. Drank to forget her, failed, drank more, and eventually, the drinking killed him. Audrey Hepburn loved William Holden, but chose her dream of motherhood over him, married someone else, at a party hosted by the man she was leaving behind. The most spectacularly awkward party in Hollywood history, and the beginning of a tragedy that wouldn't end until 1981. In a Santa Monica apartment, with a man bleeding out alone, still loving the woman who got away. That's the cost of studio power, of forced choices, of sacrificing love for career, of playing by someone else's rules. Two people who loved each other, couldn't be together, and paid the price for 27 years. Until death did they part. This is Audrey Hepburn, The Hidden Truth. From wartime horrors to Hollywood secrets, we uncover what they've been hiding for decades. Subscribe to discover the dark truth behind the elegant image.